lost letter. It's on a rainy afternoon. Anna enters an old bookstore to escape the storm as she flips through a book. A yellowed letter falls to the floor. Curious, she picks it up and starts reading. The letter describes a deep and forbidden love, written decades ago. At the end, there is a signature, "Forever yours, M." Feeling an inexplicable connection to the story, Anna feels compelled to learn more about the author and the recipient. Intrigued, Anna decides to investigate the origin of the letter. She returns to the bookstore and speaks with the owner, Mr. Eduardo, who vaguely remembers an old customer who used to leave notes inside books. He mentions that this customer visited the bookstore over 40 years ago and always looked for poetry books with few clues. Anna researches at the local library and discovers that the letter was written for a woman named Helena. Looking through city records, she finds an old address. Anna decides to visit the neighborhood indicated in the records. As she walks through the old streets, she meets a woman who recognizes Helena's name and tells her that in her youth, Helena had a romance with a young man named Miguel, but her parents sent her to another city to keep her away from him. The woman mentions that Miguel never married and still lives in the same house where he grew up. When she arrives, Anna meets an elderly man named Miguel. He recognizes the handwriting on the letter and becomes emotional. Miguel reveals that he wrote the letter for Helena, the great love of his youth, but she never received it because her family prevented it. He believed she had forgotten him, so he never tried to contact her again. He shows Anna a box full of letters he wrote to Helena over the years but never sent. Touched by the story, Anna decides to search for Helena. With the help of social media and old records, she discovers that Helena is still alive and lives in a neighboring city. Before making direct contact, Anna decides to visit her discreetly to understand her situation. She finds out that Helena lives alone and keeps a diary where she wrote about the love she felt for Miguel. When Anna finally approaches and mentions Miguel, Helena becomes emotional and cries upon learning that he never forgot her. One arranges a reunion for Miguel and Helena. When they finally see each other after decades, emotions overflow. Miguel hands Helena a copy of the letter, and they both realize that time never erased the feelings they had for each other. They spend the afternoon reminiscing, sharing stories, and remembering the moments they lived together. Helena confesses that she spent years trying to find him but was unsuccessful. Now, with the chance destiny has given them, they promise never to be apart again. Miguel and Helena decide to spend the rest of their lives together. Miguel returns to writing poetry inspired by their reunion, and Helena reads to him all the letters she never had the chance to receive. Anna, inspired by their story, realizes the importance of true love and the courage to follow one's heart. As she walks out of the bookstore, she wonders how many other lost letters are still waiting to be found. She decides that her new mission will be to find and reunite more love stories forgotten by time.